Yo, what up guys, Travic here, and today I want to talk about the next farming strategy that you guys have been asking me to do. Very recently I did a video on my Hidden Blade character, and we've been using it to farm a lot of Breach. Well, we're like 4 days deep into Breach, no mirrors, and we're going crazy. So you guys suggested that we try a little bit of a different farm. At first I was like, maybe, I don't know, but after doing it a little bit and trying to get into it, it's been actually pretty cool. Now this farm is going to be a little bit different, and we're going to be utilizing our good friend Alva here, and to nobody's surprise, it sounds like everybody's doing this, so I am not an innovator. This guy's comes directly from you, and I am following the work of my friend Will plus everybody else in Twitch chat. So overall, let's talk about the strategy and what's going on. First and foremost, we are going to be doing Alva. Now, a lot of people that are doing this strategy are using the Gull, and they're using other ways to scale their shrines, but because of what we're playing, we can't really do that, so we're going to keep it on the basic of base levels. Now, we're going to be scaling Shrine Effect, we're going to be scaling Alva, and we're going to be fingers crossed that when we do Alva, she's going to explode and give us a whole bunch of cool stuff out of it. I was talking to a gentleman earlier today. He has looted 900 Divine Orbs doing this strategy in 3 mirrors. I've talked to other people who have seen Hinakora's locks. It just sounds like this is a strategy that can get you anything, and I haven't been doing it long enough to get anything, but we are going to be doing it and experimenting with it over the next couple of days, and hopefully we come back with something awesome. But as far as our Atlas tree goes, it's very basic, very simple. You're going to be taking Alva nodes to guarantee that you have Alva, map effect modifiers. You're going to be adding shrines to your map, and you're going to be making sure that you take the Val Flesh Merchant every so often, every once in a blue moon, somewhere deep over the, over the rainbow, somewhere in Narnia. This guy's going to drop you a divine or something pretty sweet. We're going to make sure our maps always have 4 incursions. This way we maximize the amount of incursions that we have in a map, and you just need, you do less, you don't have maps with only 3, you always have 4. It's pretty nice. We're going to be adding some Beyond chance. We're going to be adding some Settlers effects to our map. We're going to be taking more Alva chance in the contains Cursed Treasures, more Beyond, and we're going to make sure that we never spawn a Beyond boss, more Beyond up here. We're going to make sure our Beyond drops more basic currency. We're going to be pushing for Bismuth Ore, because if we get Bismuth Ore, it's another modifier on the map to increase the amount of loot that we're getting. Taking more map effect modifier, more map effect modifier, quantity of items dropped, more chance for Alva, and 33% chance for all monsters to be at least magic. We're going to be taking more map effect modifiers up here, more shrines, and typical altars. You can do red or blue, it doesn't really matter. I'm always a big fan of blue. I never want to get meteored again out of the sky by a red altar ever again. And then we're going to be taking the options or the chance to drop more originator maps to save ourselves on the cost a little bit. Now, in terms of our maps, we are going to be rolling our maps. You're going to be doing a map that you enjoy. I like doing dunes. A lot of people like doing canyon, and you're going to be rolling your maps for over 170% currency. Now, I do have a Regex. I can link it for you guys down below. This is the Regex that I'm using, double, triple, quadruple check, that you can run all of your maps. We are not doing these 8 modded. We are doing these 6 modded. We are making sure that we put our quality currencies on our maps. We're adding Deli Orbs to all of our maps, and we're running all of our maps. Now, you can get really big brain with these maps, and you can sit here, you can get a bunch of maps, you can chisel them with big boy chisels like those Maven chisels, and you can split all of your maps. That does add a cost to this, farming strategy. I'm not personally doing that, but that is something that you guys can do. Now, you see all of these maps are rolled really well, and we'll take a big one here, and we'll just take a look at it. Now, just make sure, triple, quadruple check that you can run everything on this map. Very recently, I was not able to run critical strike stuff, but we are now crit immune, so now I can run these crit immune maps. Now, as far as scarabs go, scarabs are pretty straightforward. We're going to be using these Incursion Scarabs of Champions. These are going to give us a 35% chance for all monsters to be at least magic. Between this, the Atlas node, and a second champion, all the monsters are magic, which is really, really, really nice. Or, well, I guess it's a chance for them to be magic. This is a chance, and this is a chance, so it should work. We're going to be using an Invasion Scarab of Beyond, rare and unique monster slaying, create 8 to 12 additional Beyond portals, giving us an absolute ton of Beyond inside of our Alvas. And we're going to be using Evolving Shrines. Evolving Shrines are shrines that are on your map that you're going to be taking, and they're going to be evolving the monsters into bigger, better monsters, giving us more and more and more loot. But let's stop yapping, let's hop into a map. These maps, depending on the build that you're playing, can be a little rippy, so if we do die, don't hold against me. Now, we're adding Settlers to the map on the map device because we want more looks at ore. The more looks at ore, the more chances that we have at seeing the Bismuth Ore. More Bismuth Ore means better things, more loot and stuff. As far as the map in itself goes, you're going to want to clear the map. You're going to want to locate where the alvas are, and you're going to want to take note of where your shrines are. You're not going to want to hit your shrines right away. The shrines are going to be something that we come back for a little bit later. Just make sure you clear out the map, double, triple check for anything good and juicy that you're looking for. So there's the wrong kind of ore. We're really sad we didn't get bismuth ore. And then we're just going to run all around really quick and clear this out. Make sure that we don't get slapped and killed. Just come on over here, give Kosis or Omni the 1-2 wombo combos. Come down over here, kill these mobs, come back up here, check this, what's going on over there. Nothing too fancy. Make sure we didn't miss any good shrines. Come down here. Wait 10 years because we're not a mapping or boss killing build. Kill the map boss, grab our screaming invitation and move on. Now, once we've made sure that we've checked to see if we've gotten all the shrines and we know what's going on, we want to look for their evolving shrines. So there's going to be 2 on the map. There's going to be one right there, and there's going to be a lightning shrine here, which we'll grab from now, which we're fine with. And we want to find the other one so we know where it is. So the other one's up there. There's Alva there. There's an impenetrable shrine here, Alva there, and a bunch of Alvas on the bottom. So let's come up to the top. We'll grab Evolving Shrine, which we can't see because we have so many buffs going on, and we're gonna go into our Alva. Now, you can do all the Alva stuff. You can build a temple. Building a temple and paying attention will net you more returns and more currency, but that's not something I personally want to do. If you do manage to get a Corruption Shrine, you're really happy, or Corruption Altar. They're like 1.5 divs each. But the main goal is to get in here and clear as much of the Alva as you can without dying. You're going to notice right away, I have great screaming care. I kill everything, but these Alvas are just packed and packed and packed and packed with monsters. And you really want to make sure that you kill all of the rare monsters in here, because that's where a lot of your loot and a lot of your explosions and a lot of your everything are going to come from. If you leave a bunch of mobs, you don't fully clear it, you're going to have a hard time. This is why we have 2 evolving shrines. I tested a bunch of these maps with only 1 evolving shrine, and 1 evolving shrine wasn't enough to guarantee all 4 of them to make sure that we were able to fully clear out everything. Now, just like the breach strat, some of these maps are going to be really juicy. You're going to have tons of divines, tons of Aldo boxes, reliquary keys, all the good stuff that are going to fall. And some of these maps are going to be pretty medium, pretty basic. You're not going to get a whole lot. They're just going to be like a regular everyday map. The goal is maps per hour, you know, as many mobs as we can kill. When I mean maps per hour, we're just looking to run and kill as many mobs as we can without an issue. Now, I can pause up here and I can show you this. Slain enemies have a chance to evolve when defeating, meaning that they can resurrect and become rare monsters. And that's why these Alva incursions in here with the evolving shrine on just has so many monsters, because you just have a really good chance of evolving all the monsters. Now, you can see we have 2 stone passages. You can pick them up. You can build the temples. That is really up to you. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. You probably should do that. Don't do like me. Absolutely build your temples and sell your temples. Now, let's just take a look at and find the next Alva. I think that's not it. We'll come back and we'll take a look at loot in a minute. So here's Alva number 3. We're going to come on over here. We're going to pop into Alva. And the big thing to note with this strategy is all of everything is revolving around the evolving shrine. So if you don't have the evolving shrine, a lot of this strategy is going to fall flat on its face, and it's going to just feel really bad. Just like pretty bad. So you want to make sure that you make sure you have the evolving shrine, make sure that you kill all the monsters. And this is why we have 2 evolving shrines, as I mentioned earlier. You want to do evolving shrine, Alva, evolving shrine. Now, because of the nodes that we took in the Atlas tree, sometimes you will get the Calvitus Shrine, which is the Magic Find Shrine. You want to make sure that you pair that with your Evolving Shrine when you go into Alva, so that you have that. If you get Wildwood, you're even happier. And you just kind of want to make sure that you do all the things that you need to do. Now, there's another Alva somewhere, and then we're going to hop in here. And then we'll take a look at what we looted, what it costs us to run the map. The big costs for these maps are going to be the cost of the tier 16 map. That's where a lot of your money, you know, a lot of your problems are going to be coming from. You're going to have to buy a tier 16 map or self-farm a tier 16 map. If you have a bunch of canyons, they're pretty cheap. You can run canyons. And that's just where a lot of your cost is going to be, is just prepping the map. You know, you could hit your 170 or better quant in no time at all, plus Exalted Orbs to 6 modular maps, or it could take you forever. Or you could be like me and just roll over your maps 18 times while you're not paying attention, talking to people, and then you realize that you burnt a bunch of currency you shouldn't have burnt because you're just yapping way too much for your own good. You know, so just don't be like me. Just don't yap too much when you're rolling your maps and just slightly pay attention. You'll be fine. Now, these maps, we want to aim. Now, I'm yapping, so these maps are taking a little bit longer. I'm explaining these. This map, we're about 5 minutes in. Ideally, we would like to do these maps in like 3-4 minutes. The more you do these maps, the more you begin to identify where things are. Remember where things are, the faster these maps will become. And you'll just kind of like fly through them. Now, there's a bunch of crap on my filter. I'm still working on the filter. I'm still updating the filter. I'm still removing a lot of crap. But if you guys really want, I'll put a link to my filter down below. If you guys want to use it with any filter, you should proceed with caution and probably make your own filter. But I mean, you're more than welcome to use mine if you like it. Just note, things will probably be disappearing over the next day or two while I change things and update things. Now, do you see this map? Not too shabby at all. We got a couple of things. We got some nice handful of stuff we're pretty excited about. So that map took about 5 minutes. You know, we got an Exalted Orb, a bunch of Chaos Orbs, a Divine Orb, a Valdo map, a Museum map. These are still like 20C a piece. We got a Fortress map, and overall is pretty good, man. Like, that's a pretty good return of stuff. So, you know, overall, I'm really, really, really happy with that, especially at the cost of running the map. Now, your tier, you know, your maps, these are probably going to cost you 60, 70, 80 C a map, plus the cost of rolling, plus the, you know, the chisels, plus Exalted Orbs, plus delis. So we're just saying it's like 150 C for one of those. Okay. Just, you know, we're just going to say that it is. And then we're using 3 different types of scarabs. So if we come over to Faustus and we take a look at what's going on, just to kind of have an idea, we want to come over here. We're going to click Chaos. We're going to click on these. To buy these are about 3C each. So you're looking at 153C roughly. If I want to buy these are about 5C each. So we need 2 of these. So it's 10. So 163 roughly. And then if I want to buy these are about 3-4C each. So you're looking at another 10. So like 170, 180C a map, maybe. And that's like probably heavily overshooting it. Maybe. So that's pretty much where you're at. And we definitely made way more than that in that map that we just ran. So we are way ahead. And then we go into another map just to kind of take a look at what's going on. And we're gonna do the exact same thing that we just did. We're gonna run all around. We're gonna blow up everything on the screen. We want to make sure that we look for our altars. I think I forgot to do the Alva Temple because I'm dumb. If we forgot to do the Alva Temple, see, this is like the thing. This is why I don't like this strategy, because I can never remember to click my Alva Temples. You have to remember, it's very important when doing this strategy to click on your Alva Temples and reset your Alva Temples, because if you don't reset your Alva Temples, you're just burning currency and burning maps like your boy here. But I mean, I guess it is what it is, and sometimes we're just silly. So just gonna double, triple check to make sure that, yep, your boy forgot. So minus the amount of times that I've done this today is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just make sure there's no divines in here, and then we'll go next. Breach rings. Oh, I missed them already. I missed you already. So here's a tip that I got told by Twitch chat. You should put your Alva literally on top of your Atlas device, just so that you remember to not accidentally do what I just did. But no matter what, even though I did it, I still forgot to do the Alva. So now we can reset our Alva. Do another map, say goodbye to the cost of that map, sell a V, and we'll run another map. Okay, this time we've reset. So that's our Evolving Shrine right off the rip. We're not gonna click that yet. We're gonna click on our altar here. Come on over here. We can't read what the shrine is. That's our Evolving Shrine again. So we know the 2 Evolving Shrines are right at the top. Double check these. Grab this. So we have some more quant on the map. See if there's a nice Bithmis ore. They're a random divine, baby. Makes up for the last map. Miss on the ore again. Feel really bad about ourselves. And something that's really cool is you get a lot of gold doing this. Like an absolute metric ton of gold doing this, which is like really, really, really cool. So if anybody's looking for a nice, easy, chill gold strat that isn't paying 4 billion divines to go into a gold map, this is a great way to do that. That's a massive shrine. Take the massive shrine. We should probably take a peek at this guy, see what he has. Nothing too good. Come on down over here. Kill all this. Some nice little chaos orbs and stuff going on. Take a peek at that. Nothing too good. And then we kind of come over here and we know where the 2 evolving shrines are. We come over here, we enter the incursion, and we're just going to do exactly, oh, please don't kill me. Exactly what we just did in the last map. We're going to F2, F3 because we've solved that problem on this character. And we're just going to F2, F3 our way through this. Kill all the monsters. Make sure we don't miss anything too juicy. And then take a look at where we're at and what's going on. Okay, everything's dead. Everything's dead up there. Everything's dead over here. I think there's a mob right here. Kill that guy really quick. And then let's move on to the next Alva. So we grab the Alva over here. And then after this Alva, we're going to go back and we're going to grab the Evolving Shrine again. Just like the last time, because we don't want to miss them. We want to make sure that we have the Evolving Shrine the entire time we're in the Alva and that we have no problems at all. So why I love this build that I've been playing. It's just so quick and comfy and cozy. I have to do an update video on it with some of the changes that we made, because we made some changes. It makes it really, really, really nice. Especially since we're crit immune now. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Holy, what a beautiful change that was. We're crit immune. We're ailment immune. We're reflect immune. Well, air quotes, sort of reflect immune. We're not fully fizz reflect immune, but I mean, that's fine. And then we've cleared all this. Nice little Alva. We're going to run back up north, grab the other evolving shrine. This way we have it. And then find Alva 3 and 4. And then we'll take a look at the map and see how we did. So here's Alva 3. It's a bunch of Chaos Orbs, Tainted Chaos Orbs. That's actually money because of the stupid challenges. And then we clear out all this. Make sure we get all the mobs. Blow everything up. Nothing to worry about in here. 45 headhunter buffs. I've done some of these Alvas, dude. I've walked out of these things with like 90, 95 headhunter buffs. It's actually insane. Actually crazy. Super crazy. Make sure we kill that guy. Kill all this. Make sure there's nothing left. We missed that rare mob. We want to make sure we kill him. And then the last Alva, I think, was over here. Stack of 10 Chaos. Prophecy Wand. Exalted Orb. Some pretty good stuff out of these, man. Especially like if the cost is not too crazy. And it, you know, if you're just like we're like 3 minutes in with like yapping and looking around and stuff, right? So like if you can do these relatively quick, you're in the money, man. Absolutely in the money. All right, double check here, kill everything there. Double check here, kill everything there. Perfect. There's so much stuff that comes out of these Alvas. Holy, dude. I definitely think when I was doing these on stream, I was doing them wrong, because there is just way more stuff that's coming now. All right, we definitely got to clean up this filter a little bit more and remove some of this garbage. While we do that, we grab this. We'll grab this Chaos. Let's go take a look at the Alva over here and see what we have. Nice little portal gem, some more Chaos. Never Divinarius, never good tier 0s. We did find some tier 0s earlier today, though. Come on over here. See what we got over there. Some more random Chaos Orbs. I think the other Alva was up here. That Vanguard belt, I'm pretty positive I already removed that from my filter, but that's all right. We'll grab it later. Double check to make sure we looted everything. And that's it. Not too shabby. Divine Orb, Fortress Map, 2 Tainted Chaos Orbs. These are about 7 to 10 C each. It's pretty good, man. Not too much of a struggle, not too much of a hassle. Quick maps in and out. You know, not too much to worry about. The only thing you got to remember to do is to deal with Alva. We got a bunch of Scours too. Scours are worth money. Chance Orbs are worth money. The Explorer Reports are worth money. Good Rolled Prophecy Wands are worth money. So overall, huge success in my book, and we're just printing tons and tons of gold. But friends, this is the whole Alva strat. Thank you again for sharing this with me. I really truly appreciate this. If you have any other really cool strats and you want to leave them down below in the comment section, or stop by the Discord or the live stream or the YouTube, please, by all means, I'm always looking for something new to try and do. But friends, thank you for bringing this to me. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. But for now, friends, I'm gonna leave this video as you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.